I welcome you all the students, viewers of this course. Today, I will discuss the theory of inference. In this session, I will cover what is inference, what is arguments and difference between inference and argument, and how logic is connected with inference and argument. Then type of inference, deductive inference, inductive inference, then how deductive inference divided into two, mediate inference, immediate inference. First, what is inference and what is an argument? Logic is concerned with argument. Logic distinguished good arguments from bad argument. So, logic is a study of argument, whether the argument is valid or invalid. Logic tests the validity of an argument. Argument is not otherwise known as inference. So, what is inference? Inference is a mental process, it is only for oneself. That means what is in our mind, it is inference. It is only oneself. Inference is a sequence of proposition where one of the proposition is conclusion and the other proposition are premises. So, in inference we get a proposition. From that proposition, one proposition is conclusion and other propositions are premises. That means inference consists of premises and conclusion. An inference is a relation between premises and conclusion. The aim of logic is to characterize the nature of relation. So, inference is a mental process, it is only for oneself and it is the sequence of proposition where one of the proposition is conclusion and other is premises. That means inference consists of premises and conclusion. Then what is an argument? An argument is a verbalized inference. That means what is in our mind is inference, and that which is in our mind is, if it is expressed in language, it is called argument. So, when an inference is expressed in language, it is called argument. So, inference is a mental process and argument is that when inference is expressed in language. Here the inference is divided into deductive and inductive. That means deductive inference, then inductive inference. Again, deductive inference is divided into two, mediate inference and immediate inference. Immediate inference are conversion, oversion and contraposition. Then mediate inference is syllogism. Syllogism, that is syllogism also divided into two parts, pure syllogism and mixed syllogism. Pure syllogism is categorical and hypothetical. That is, pure syllogism is again divided into categorical and hypothetical, and mixed syllogism is divided into hypothetical categorical and disjunctive categorical, alternative categorical and dilemma. I have written some question. What is inference? Inference is a mental process. Then what is premise or what is premise? The proposition from which a conclusion is drawn is called premise. What is conclusion? The proposition which is drawn from the premise or premises is called conclusion. What are the types of inference? There are two types of inference, that is deductive and inductive. Deductive inference and inductive inference. Then what is deductive inference and what is inductive inference? In deductive inference, the conclusion cannot be more general than the premise. But in inductive inference, the conclusion is more general than the premise. Then how many types of deductive inference and what are they? There are two types of deductive inference and they are immediate inference and mediate inference. Then what is mediate inference? Mediate inference is that when a conclusion is drawn by only one premise, it is immediate inference. What is immediate inference? When a conclusion is drawn from only one premise, it is immediate inference. And what is mediate inference? And when the conclusion is drawn from more than one premise, it is mediate inference. That means from more than one premise we draw the conclusion in mediate inference, and in immediate inference from one premise we draw the conclusion. Then what is immediate inference and what is mediate inference? When a conclusion is drawn from only one premise, it is called immediate inference. For example, no Indian or Englishman. Conclusion: no Englishmen are Indian. It is the example of immediate inference where we drawn the conclusion from one premise. When the conclusion is drawn from more than one premise, it is called mediate inference. Then how many kinds of immediate inference are there? There are four kinds of immediate inference. They are conversion, oversion, contraposition and inversion. Next class we will discuss elaborately. Thank you.